All right, brother. What is your name? Where do you live? And what do you do for work?
My name is Jaime Pocasangre. I live in Sanford, North Carolina, and I am a technical support and warranty representative for a indoor air quality product company.
Awesome. All right. So describe your situation leading up to us meeting. Like, what did you feel? What weight were you at? Um,
I was 295, I think. 290, 295. Um, Borderline depressed. Um, Lost in a lot of ways. Trying to find some sort of release or a way to feel better about myself, because honestly I couldn't look at myself in the mirror back then. Not without being like, oh, you fat piece of shit kind of thing. Yeah, no, I did not have it. I could possibly buy the image of myself. um and obviously with all the separation being so fresh too, that was another thing too that was not helping me. So I was really struggling personally.
mhm. And being in that, the heaviest weight you've been, being in a, with everything going on, how did that make you feel?
In a lot of ways, hopeless. Like I was like, I'm gonna burn out. This is What's the point of doing this? Like 2 weeks from now, I'm not gonna want to come in here anymore. This is like I was already like a month and a half in, I think, of working out, and just I was just sore. Like I could start feeling that burnout feeling, like where everything hurts, and you're always hungry, and you're like not seeing the progress. Like you're in there like, again, not having the proper knowledge of how to structure a workout, and having a good diet uh was starting to plateau, right? Like it was like, this is as good as it's gonna get right now, because it's not. um I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the guidance. I don't know the little bits here that are gonna change, that is gonna make me take that next step. um but it was not a fun situation to be in. It was kind of rough.
Hmm. And being there, like, what were you unable to do that you wished you could?
Honestly, at least because I wasn't seeing the progress anymore. Like, or at least the progress was really slow. And I just, from previous experiences, yeah, like I know it takes time, but also like I guess just a desperation of just being better, like wanting to see the results. Like, okay, I'm not wasting my time here, kind of thing. Um, and just trying to cope every day. Like not giving try because motivation, self motivation is only gonna get you so far. You need to see the results to kind of get you locked in, to keep you motivated, to keep going. And also, you need somebody kind of guiding you, and sometimes giving you that extra little push to kind of keep you going, to keep you focused on that goal. And I didn't have it. I just didn't. I didn't have the approach in a lot of ways. Um, so it's just like it was almost like brute force, basically. Like we're getting through this, and we're gonna figure it out, kind of thing. Just like half-assing it. Best way I can put it.
Yeah, I hear you. And what negative impact did this have on others around you?
It's just well, I was isolating a lot too. Um, so I really wasn't around a lot of people. Um, because I honestly, I didn't feel like it. Like I was a little bit just trying to keep to myself. Um, and I just didn't want to deal with anybody at the time. Um, and but I did notice that like my mood wasn't the greatest. Whether I was, you know, depressed or I was just like irritable or angry, it just wasn't. I wasn't somebody people would want to be around anyways at that time.
Mhm. Right. So being in that spot, well, it led us to us meeting. So how did you find us or me or the company?
Um, it was on Instagram, and I was like, because I was looking at Instagram for exercise ideas and stuff to try to shake things up, to try to see if I could, you know, get out of that. I want to say plateau that I was getting ready to hit, because you could feel it when you're like, okay, I'm getting stuck here. Like I'm not seeing an improvement. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. So I was just looking through social media trying to find ideas. There's a lot of content creators out there, and I remember coming across one of your videos about it was something about nutrition. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember exactly which video it was, but it was very interesting. It was very they had a lot of information on it. So I saved the video and I followed the account, and then a couple of days later, you reached out.
Rest is history. And then what were your what were your thoughts about going through the process, like leading up to even like the sales call?
Um, honestly, at first I was like, this is. It seemed it's like, it's you hear all these stories like the beach shred and all that stuff, or like it's like this guys that just like take your money and give you a half-assed workout program or whatever. And even some of those apps, they get advertised like, oh, they're great or whatever, they'll help you keep track of this and that. They don't really do that. Like I've seen some of the stuff that some of my friends do through their app, that they're tracking their AI workout or whatever, and I'm like, that's that's not gonna help you, brother. But okay. And so I was a little skeptical, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, but then again, it was just like, it's like, what do I got to lose? Least I can do is hear the guy out, see what he's offering, and we can we'll see if it's a good fit. If we can swing it, we'll try it out.
Yeah.
And we had it was what, almost like hour and a half call, I think, that we had.
Yeah, our first call. Absolutely. And what were your doubts and fears on that first call?
I was just the first worry was like, am I gonna be able to stick to this? Am I gonna be wasting my money? Am I not gonna get the results that I want? Um, I was just fearful of wasting my time. But I can honestly tell you that that was not the case, man. This whole program has helped me in a lot of ways, more than just physically with my health. You know, uh, the gym will humble you, and but also it will build you back up. You'll find what you were missing a lot of times in terms of self esteem, self respect. Like if you if you look if I look back at what I was pushing on a bench 8 months ago, and what I'm pushing now. how I look in front of a mirror now, how my clothes fit now compared to 8 months ago. That I'd do it all over again. I would not hesitate to go into the program. Absolutely not. I
Well,
would I
let me
would say, like, shut up and take my money, brother. Come on, let's go again.
well, I guess what made you say yes anyways, even with the skepticism and self-doubt?
There was one thing that so when we first messaged back and forth together, like you were asking, you asked me if I had any questions or whatever. So I told you that I had some knee problems and stuff that I was a little fearful of, doing a lot of squats because of my previous knee injuries and ankle injuries. So you suggested I did some work on my hamstrings. So okay, so for like a week or two, I tried doing some warm up on my hamstrings, and I noticed that my squat got improved a lot just from you know working on the other side of the leg. And then we went into the call, and we talked about what was going on personally, and you gave me this whole presentation on and explanations on nutrition and the importance of it, along with how it goes hand in hand with the working out and the rest and stuff. So you can't you won't see the results if you're not doing the work in regards to feeding your body to allow it to recover, or if you're not taking the proper time to rest. Um, so there's a lot of little things there that you know you just don't think that they're that important, but they play a big part. Um, being young and ignorant from previous experiences, um, that was another thing. You think, oh yeah, that's fine, whatever. Just eat an extra. I'll eat a salad with extra chicken and just douse it in fucking Caesar dressing. I'll be all right. That's healthy, right? No, like it's just it's a different approach. It's I take care of what I eat now, and sorry, daughter's trying to get in. I take care a lot of what I eat. Um, I'm more conscious about what I'm putting in my body in terms of food and just making sure that I take proper rest at night when I come home. Like I have a routine set so that I can meal prep on Sundays. Like now I do meal prep on Sundays, and I'll do like all my because I love my sweet potatoes. So I do like more sweet potatoes. Like I slice them up now and put some honey and cinnamon on them, cook them for like 35 minutes, and then put them in the little meal prep containers. Then I do a couple of chicken breasts and go ahead and separate them into 8 ounces. Like I even had the scale now and everything. And we're I'm tracking, and I learned to track. That was the other thing. Learning to track the calories was another one. That one's been helpful recently. But yeah, it's just putting in work, and it's just it's how much how much how much work do you think you deserve to put into yourself? Like I think that that's been like the best investment I can do is invest in myself. And this was definitely an investment that I would do over and over again, for sure.
Love it, man. And I guess now is tell the viewers where you're at now. What you're weighing in at, some of your strength numbers, your clothes.
I'm down to XLs from 3XL on shirts and pants. Um, I think it would be lower, but I like to push a lot of weight, so I like to keep a little size on me. So I'm okay with being an XL. Uh, just because I want to be able to be Hugh Jackman's double one day.
I got you. I got you.
um, In terms of weight, we're down to 245 to 250. We're in that fluctuation right now. Down from 295. Shoot, when I started by myself before joining the program, I was at 325, 315. The first 10 pounds, I dropped them quick just because I was um, from not moving, you know. I was on Ozempic too, so I started moving a little bit and started working out. So dropped 10 pounds real quick. Then we got down to 315. Then another month and a half went by and I dropped another 10 pounds and I was like getting stuck there. That's when I joined. It was like 295, 290. Um, and then now we're down to 245. Um, Strength wise, I was struggling to push 45-pound dumbbells on an incline bench. I'm pushing 80, 90 pounds now. They're easy. Um, Deadlifts, I was struggling. So my form is a lot better now. Um, and I'm lifting 245 on a deadlift, traditional. I would say like 275 if I use the trap bar, maybe even 315 is a little easier. Leg press, I'm hitting 500. Squat, I'm doing 275, and that's really because I'm focusing more on the range of movement rather than the weight. So I'm focusing more on being able to get as low as I can, and with the help of the wedges, that was another thing too. That was a great advice because I was struggling to keep. I don't know if you remember, like I was like kind of like moving back, like front and back when I was going down,
Hmm.
and I was hurting my back. So putting the wedges in that's a big deal. Um, what are we curling? Let's see. Curls, I'm up to like 35-pound dumbbells too. Like it's ridiculous. It's
Strong man right there.
and it's and then the other thing too is like just overall energy. It's before I would be out of breath chasing after my 6-year-old. Now she gets tired. I'm like, come on, we got another lap. Let's go. So that's another thing that's been great. Just being more energy, being able to be more present for the weeks that I have my daughter and when I have custody. Um, I try to have healthy habits with her. So like right now, I'm a little concerned with her little health because me and her mom were both diabetic. I'm no longer diabetic, or at least I'm not considered diabetic anymore. I'm not on the Ozempic medication anymore. So I eat healthy now. So I try to make sure that my daughter eats healthy. So when I go do my grocery haul, okay, I get my own cheese sticks that are, like, a little bit more bland, but they're like 8 grams of protein. But I get her some that are, like 6 or 7 grams of protein, but they're a little tastier, but still healthy. Um, I don't get her chips or um uh what do you say, like cookies and stuff like that. I'll look for like popcorn and stuff like air popcorn. I'll get her Fairlife milk, like chocolate milk. Um I'll get fruit, bananas, strawberries, blueberries, kiwi. She eats kiwi at night now. I have to buy the big box of kiwi now at the supermarket so that she can have a kiwi too. So,
Wow.
I mean, and she enjoys it. Um, I'll even do like I don't know if you ever noticed on my log that I'll do
Mhm.
like cucumber, carrots, and tomato as a snack. She'll like ask for some too, so I'll make a little bowl for her and give her some too. And I don't do dressing. I just do a little lime juice and a little salt, and I do the same for her. She enjoys it. So it's passing on those healthy habits for her too. Um, we go on a walk. Um, If I come home early, we're going to walk on the weekends, on Fridays, and on Saturdays and Sundays, we're going to walk. We walk around the neighborhood twice. Sometimes she'll take her scooter. She doesn't want to walk, but still she's moving. She's not sitting in the couch watching TV or watching the tablet. She's getting out there with me. Sometimes she'll ask to go to the gym with me, and I'll take her, and she'll be there watching me. Or she'll grab one of the little those little colorful dumbbells that are like 2.5 pounds or whatever, and she'll start like doing stuff with me. So it's helped me bond with her and be more present for her, and I'm enjoying it. I can honestly say that I'm a better parent now than I was 8 months ago, just from having the energy to do things, just from knowing to take care of myself better, because now I can take care of her better.
Mhm. And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel good. Um, Again, like I said, like 8 months ago, I couldn't stand to look of myself in the mirror. Now I see myself different now. I feel better about myself. I'm not worried about what comes next. You know, I'm just one day at a time, one foot in front of the other, making sure my daughter's taken care of, making sure I'm okay, making sure that I'm taking time to take care of myself so that I can be here for her, so that I can be better for her. And most importantly, doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for of course I do it for my daughter. We're always gonna do what's best for our kids, and we're always gonna take care of our kids. But you also gotta learn to do things for yourself because you need them because they benefit you. Um, so it's just again, it was a mindset change. The body just followed. Really, I mean, it all started up here, you know. Um, and the results, I mean, again, I can't complain. Um, I get lots of compliments at work, whether it's me working at the bar or working my day job. Everybody that's seen me from the last year compared to this year, they're like, "Dude, what are you eating? What are you doing?" Like they're asking questions. And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm working with a personal trainer. We doing this and that, and we're staying on top of it." And they're like, "Man, how much weight have you lost?" And I tell them, and they're like, they're shocked. And I tell them, "Oh, I'm down 75 pounds total since I started, my little fitness journey." They're like, "Wow, that's crazy." I'm like, "You're telling me?" Like I'm a third of myself now. Shit. That was a big boy, bro. I was looking at some pictures the other day, bro, and I was like, "Whoa."
You have changed a lot, man. You have changed a lot since the first day we met. Even just from the first day we met. 8 months, I know we're doing this interview like 2 months after, or the 6 months, but either way, like you have changed so much physically, psychologically, you
Yeah,
know?
and that's the other thing too. Like I've done a lot of work too on my health in terms of mental health because I went to therapy as well, and that was hard. But I feel like I said, having a better image of myself through the results that I was seeing helped a little bit because one of the other things that they like from the two therapists that I had to work with. One of the things that they were because I was going for like depression and anxiety. And one of the things that they often suggested was being active, working out. And I was like, I'm already doing that. I'm in the gym 4 times a week, like uh, I'm already doing that. And they're like, oh, that's great. Yeah, we recommend that a lot. Like apparently depression has a hard time hitting a moving target. So, you know, keep moving.
Damn right. Damn right. And then were there any things that you're able to do now that you couldn't before?
dips. So dips is one thing. Like I said, I'm not out of breath anymore anytime that I have to go up the stairs or anything like that. My body doesn't ache. My joints are not screaming for help. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else. There's been other like stamina overall, huge improvement. Um, strength the strength overall, the strength and the stamina overall have been improved. Like I don't want to say tenfold. Like it's insane. This is probably the best shape that I've ever been in, and I ain't slowing down. I can tell you this is not where it stops. It's just gonna keep getting better and better. Um, uh, I'm still trying to be able to do pull-ups without the assistant machine. So that one's still a work in progress. So, um, but yeah, squats though. I would say as of the last like 2 months. Um, I think at first I couldn't do the high bar squats. I was just doing dumbbell squats just because I was afraid of the weight and hurting myself. Now I'm not afraid. uh, I'll load up 225 on there easily and just rep that motherfucker. It's like I want to try that thing that um Coach Brett said about the bring Sally down, bring Sally up.
It's brutality if you do that.
Yeah, we're a bit crazy over here.
Yeah, that's some psycho stuff right there, but you come out of it stronger.
No, like there's a one of the things that I like to play. Like we were talking about playlists the other day. There's two things that I play on my playlist at the beginning of my workout. You ever heard of this guy named CT Fletcher? He was an old school
Of
bodybuilder.
course. Who doesn't know CT Fletcher in this industry? Come on.
There's one that's it's called this one video is just my absolute favorite. It's called Sick Motherfuckers. That one I have the audio,
Hmm.
and he's got his when you look on it, 'cause I got Apple Music there, he's got something else on Apple Music, like it's just like recordings of him talking with like music in the background. The other one is called Fuck Average. And I just listen to those two things either when I'm pulling up to the gym in the car or as I'm, warming up. After that, I'm set, dude. Like, let's go.
Yeah, that's
Insanity.
he's a crazy guy. Like he's like one of the best of all time.
Oh yeah, I like how he's just like he tells it like it is, man. And he tells you, the only thing he wants is like just do your best. You know, don't worry about anybody else. Just do your best, basically. Like the only person you have to hold accountable is yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You know, if you can, if you do you have it in you or you don't. The answer is always going to be yes, you have it in you, but are you willing to do the work?
Damn
And
right.
you can't be second guessing yourself. And like I will say that I was a little hesitant at first because of on the price, but I was like, you know what, I have to do this for myself. I need to prove to myself that this is something worth it, that I'm worth it, that I can do it, that I can improve. And again, I have no regrets. I have absolutely zero regrets and nothing but results. And I am thankful. Like I think I told you in one of the earliest check-ins. I think I was like, like I was. I felt like it was meant to be that we meet. Like it's like when I got this job that I'm currently at. Um, we were somewhere, was it South Dakota? we had gone to South Dakota for a wedding, and across the street from the hotel we were staying at, there was a Johnson Controls office. And not 2 days, like a day after we arrived there, through LinkedIn, somebody from Johnson Controls reached out to me about a job here in Sanford. And I was like, at first I thought it was like, oh, whatever, it's spam or whatever. But then I ended up talking to the recruiter and everything. It worked out great. That job has improved my salary. They doubled my salary from what I was making on the other job. So it was like kind of the same mentality when I saw that message. I was like, you were reaching out, and then you told me a little bit over messages about the program, and sent me a video to look at, and then I was like, you know what? Everything's leading up to this for a reason. This gotta be. All right. They're just we're I'm trying to, start a new chapter. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do things right. What are the chances that somebody's just gonna reach out to me about, workout program? Like there's gotta be a higher power at play here. So why not? Let's take this call. Let's see what this guy is about, and we'll go from there. And then again, we know how that call went. We signed up. We're here now. 8 months later, 75 pounds down,
Yeah, right.
stronger than ever. I mean, I can't complain. I really can't.
Well, Jaime, I mean, that was beautifully said. I mean, there's really not much to say. I really follow up with that. Just know that I think a lot of people watching, a lot of them come to me and we go hop on that call, a discovery call, and we talk about what's going on in their lives. And just know that Jaime came from a dark place, came from a place where things weren't going right for him. Yes, responsibilities, jobs, time, and like just a lot of time that he thought he didn't have, but yet he still made it happen. So just know if you're watching this is a guy who made it happen, back against the wall, everything going against him. So he created his own hero story. This is his journey. And for all the viewers out there that are watching this video, what would you tell somebody who is watching this right now and is unsure about taking the next step?
You're not alone. Honestly, we've all been there at some point. Um, yeah, you may have your doubts. You may think that you know it's gonna be hard because it's work, but it's work that you're putting into yourself. It's an investment in yourself, and at the end of the day, all you have is you, and you're gonna be here as long as you want to be. So if you don't take care of yourself, it's gonna be rough. I mean, I was diabetic type 2 on Ozempic. I stopped taking Ozempic 2 months, 3 months after started working with Chris. I and kept losing the weight, kept getting stronger, stamina kept getting better. Um, it's if yeah, okay, you if you want to do it for your kids or your family, your loved ones, that's fine. But most importantly, do it for yourself. Again, it's find the enjoyment in it, because that's one thing that's gonna make it easier. Like I can show y'all this rack of clothes I had in storage that I had to go get out because I all the clothes that were the clothes were wearing me at that point. You know, now I have plenty of stuff to pick from. I'm having to buy new stuff because I'm some of this stuff is starting to feel too big. So it's you'll feel better about yourself because you'll look in the mirror and you'll see the work that you put in. You won't regret it. 'Cause I don't. And I know a lot of the guys that have been in the program that I've met over the community call, they don't regret it either. Some of them have come from, a similar I think there was one guy that was going through a similar situation that when he started working with you, he was just off of the divorce. Um, he's his life changed. My life has changed. This man has changed my life. I can honestly tell you that, and I am grateful to have met him. And just if you just, I'm just gonna tell you, just do it. Hold yourself accountable and just do it. That's the other part. Hold yourself accountable because if you can't, you can go in the app and say, yeah, I did this, I did that, I did that. But if you're just saying that you did it and you're not doing it, you're cheating yourself out of the results. You're cheating yourself out of the satisfaction of being able to say, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I lifted that. Like, yeah, that I couldn't do that a month ago. I can do it for reps now. It's it becomes addictive, the results. Because every morning I get up and I check the weight. Okay, we're going down. Okay, we're gonna. Or I'll go in the gym this week and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can beat my reps from last week, or let me see if I can push more weight than last week. I don't care what anybody else around me is doing. I only care about what I'm doing. What I did last week. Okay, can I beat me from last week? It's Yeah, you find enjoyment, and it's healthy. Competition is always a little healthy, and it's even healthier when it's against yourself. I feel like, because you can only it's I want to say it's realistic in a way, because you're not worried about somebody else. Somebody else has everybody's different. Somebody else is going to see different results than you do, and that's fine. But hold yourself accountable because if you're just cheating yourself out of those out of those results. You're cheating yourself out of a better life. You're If you're doing it for your kids, you're cheating your kids out of you. You know.
Damn right. Well, guys, look, Jaime is down officially 75 pounds total. I think 60 something pounds in the program. So, and put on at least, I mean, I think I lost count after 12 pounds of muscle in that interim. So, I think I have to go back and look at his strength numbers again, but something absolutely ridiculous. And just know that this is a man with probably, actually, everything going against him. I think you had the hardest situation I've had, and yet you still pulled through. So, for people who are watching this, just know that whatever situation you think you're in, there's somebody that's in a worse situation. And yet
Yeah,
they made it work. They showed up for themselves. They are a better person for it. The only excuse that you have for yourself is you. It's the story that you tell yourself. So with that, thank you, Jaime. You've been awesome. We'll keep getting you to get leaner and leaner and more muscular as the time goes on. But if you guys want to be like Jaime, man, just shoot him a message. I'm sure he'll be glad to talk to you. But
yeah, dude. I've always and even now like one of my friends reached out earlier this week actually because he just recently started working out and he wanted to see if I can give him some pointers. I'm like, dude, totally. Like, let's meet up for lunch. We'll see what you're doing. See if I can guide you a little bit. Maybe talk to Chris a little bit.
that's fine. Yeah.